Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do the countdown.
Yeah.
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Hello,
Everybody, welcome. We are here. Hold on one second. Can you text me?
Why am I moving so slow?
What do you mean? I don't see you moving slow on the screen, you mean?
Yeah, let me take this stuff off the Wi-Fi. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? Live and on time-ish with J Bros, because you already know, and Leah V in the place to be. We back. You know, I know y'all enjoyed your time with the one and only notorious Dara Kalima last week. I heard it was a great time. I heard there was some
Yes.
wonderful.
She did a great job. Shout out to Dara Kalima for jumping in to help out while Leah V was away visiting family. She did an amazing job. We had a great show as always. But we did miss you, Leah. Like, let's not get it twisted. We definitely missed that Leah V, rhyming energy.
Yes, and I miss y'all too. You know, I had to do the damn thing with the fam bam. As you guys know, Jay and I have just been super busy with our personal lives and our career lives and all the other lives in between. Hey, Zisha. Zisha is one of my best friends from high school. Hey, Zisha girl. She's also a wonderful makeup artist. She's go make sure you go follow my girl.
Zaysha, hook me up with some tips. I just started doing my own makeup.
Oh, girl, I will have you guys DM each other for sure.
I tried to do this really cool thing yesterday. I had a photo shoot yesterday, and I tried to do this like.
We had a photo shoot yesterday.
Yo, hold on, no. I did like when they do like the light to the dark shit. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Look at you. You remember when you didn't do the makeups?
I didn't even know how to do the makeups. I was a lip gloss and eyeliner girl.
I feel like you I've watched you evolve during quarantine.
Facts. All right, let's get it started. What's the rules and regulations so we could get it popping? We got a really dope show tonight. We got something different. We actually are going to start featuring artists every Virtual Voices. So our first official Virtual Voices feature is none other than Shariffa Nyan. I can't wait for her to pull up. But Leah V, will you bless us with some rules and regulations real quick?
That I will, my darling co-hostess with the mostest. Good to see y'all. Thanks for being here with us. Virtual Voices live and on time-ish, but not really, because we're Puerto Rican. So let's keep it moving and grooving. We popping off with a live show tonight. We have Shariffa holding it down with her majestic melodies. I can't wait to hear her do her thing. She always gets us right, and we love to have her. She's definitely one of our frequent
Leah, you muted yourself. Girl. We missed 10, 50 seconds.
I had all the energy and shit too. It's all right. We keep it popping, non-stopping. Let's go. So we got our girl Shariffa in the building featuring for us tonight. One of our frequent flyers. We can't wait to have her. But we're gonna continue with the rules and regulations. So first and foremost, this is a safe space. One of the greatest parts about Virtual Voices is that Jay and I have created a space in which artists of all kinds of all lanes can come and speak their truth and be vulnerable and express themselves and allow their most bare selves to be present with us through their art form. So that means that we have no space for hate speech. We are pro Black Lives Matter, pro LGBTQ, pro everything in between. So if that doesn't sound like your type of party, then please feel free to show yourself out. Otherwise, we will kick you out. And like they do at the Apollo with the cane, and then you just pull them off stage. That's what we do. But you won't even be seen. Anyway, keeping it moving and grooving, we are asking for 5 minutes per performer. That does not necessarily mean one song or one poem or one dance or one magic trick or one trick or one whatever it is you so choose. That means that if you're worried about time, you can finish your piece and ask us, hey, do I have time for one or two more? We try to keep it flowing, and if we have a good list and a good lineup and a good amount of people on the lineup, and there's some space, and we don't have too many people popping in, then we will have a second round, but we cannot promise that, unfortunately, because we want to make space for everybody, including those who just pop in. And speaking of those who just pop in, if you are just tuning in, or if you are tuning in throughout the show, drop a mic in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, on whatever else way you're speaking to us here. Drop a mic in the comments, and Jay will slide into your DMs like the professional that she is.
Oh yeah.
And she will get you the information you need to join us on the digital stage. Make sure you follow one another. That's another rule we have. Make sure you follow one another. This is very important. We also began this open mic so that we can expand our network and our net worth, and so on and so forth. So the way we do that is by expanding our community, by following one another, liking one another's things, sharing one another's posts. We're really big on community here. And as I always say, we got. Jay always make sure to put a banner with the performer's name, social media handles, Venmo, Cash App information on the bottom of the screen as they're speaking, so that you can follow them during the show. You can always just chime into the comments if you missed the handle and you wanna pop by and show love. And speaking of the comments, we are very big on an interactive audience. So share the live video on your Facebook, share the YouTube link on your Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Just share it with your people, so that way your people can comment, and let's encourage one another to emphasize different people's lines and tell us the things that you're enjoying about the show, because the performers love seeing it. Jay and I love seeing it. Y'all love saying it. So it's good all around. Make sure that y'all chime in and have your people chime in, pop out. Let's keep the interaction going and flowing and growing. And speaking of interaction, donate. Let's make sure to donate to the performers and, of course, to the best open mic in the game. That is Jay and I directly. We used to get paid to host events, and things have done change since those days. So if y'all feeling friendly, feel free to show us some love, and that'll help us create more journals like the Unlocked journal.
Yes. And pay our features.
Oh yes, and pay our features. We would love to be able to do that. So what else? Yes, performers, make sure you stay close to the microphone. If you're unsure of how you sound, check in with us. Be kind to one another. Oh yes, and I always forget this one. When we say you are on deck, that does not mean you were going up next. That means that you are going on after the following performer. So we will say so-and-so is on deck, but coming to the mic right now is so-and-so and so-and-so. If you have any questions throughout the evening, slide into the chat, and we'll let you know, and we'll grow and we'll go. Hey-o.
I love it. Yes, and just to piggyback on that, when you hear Leah V or myself say you're on deck, as she explained, that means you're up after the person is coming up. So that's kind of a signal for you to kind of get your together, straighten out your hat, get your poem on your phone or your book or whatever it is that you're going to read from, or get your music ready. But take that time while that performing before you to kind of get your stuff together, so we could kind of keep things flowing nicely.
Yes, absolutely. We are all about the flowing over her.
The flowing and growing.
We be flowing and growing and showing and knowing, you know?
Oh, I'm excited. Some of these mics getting dropped in the comments.
Oh, I feel like that's the method these days. That's what the peoples are doing. They are
I know.
They are
All right.
really.
Let's get it rocking though. Like you ready to get this popping?
Yeah. I am certainly ready to get it popping. Let's look at this lineup. It looks like we got some frequent flyers. We got some newbies in the building. We've got all types of goodness.
Graduates and shit,
Graduates.
Additions.
It's gonna be a year from now. We're still gonna be calling AC the graduate. He's gonna be like, it's been a year. We didn't even catch that. It's all good. All right, so we getting some comments in some microphones in the comments. That's what I love to see. So let's get it popping, Jay.
Let's get it popping. I'm looking for a poem to do. That's all.
Oh, good. I can pop off if you want me to pop off.
Yeah. You pop. Get it popping, girl. I spoke to Shamello today, and he had some really good things to say about you.
Yeah.
So
Shamello in the building tonight.
He said he's gonna try to pop in. I sent him the info, but we'll see. But yeah, what you got for us tonight, girl?
I have a poem that's a few years old, and surprisingly, it is a short poem. So
a short poem.
I'm talking under 2 minutes. Get out of town.
What? Under 2 minutes? Oh,
I know there was a time. Where that was the norm for me. Way back when, 4 schools and 7 years ago. All right, so I came across a video. It was like, I think it was like 1 or 2 years since I did. It must have been like 2 years since I did. No, it was 1 year since I didn't debut this poem, but I did it for a feature. And it's a really powerful poem because it's all about toxic relationships, and it's based off of just truth that I've seen happen firsthand, that I've experienced firsthand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. It's a little dark, but this is why we do these things. As Tim just said, dark shit. All right, so this piece is called To the Tailor. But must I seem scattered for you to tend to me? Seems stripped, unsteady for you to take this heed? Torn up for you to flee street scenes, to beat these demons tenderly? To medicinal me? Crumbled along floors for you to weave me through? Black and saltwater tears for a mere taste of you? Threaten a fuse for a mere glimpse of use? And metal ultimatums just to avoid the truth, which is that shit, I'm better when busted, baby. More desirable when destructive, faintly. Unfairness in forms of tantrums and storms of self-loathing and tainted additive norms. Sad little songs, lacking count. And will you lay under me with blood on the towel? Settle me down as though your mattress a horse. Palms full of curls when the texture runs coarse. When the vocal coating is Morse with no admittable source. When porcelain roars and knuckle bones soar. And when I soar through you, my psyche black and blue, my constant using no longer hidden nor new, when my truth isn't snaps, but wrists under wraps, no makeup, no product, just a body of slack. Tell me, is my destruction desirable then? Your savior complex so seductive when I can't manage, I'm mangled, fall fucking back yet again. I stumble, I'm tangled, I can't verbalize shit. So sexy, so sinful, so stained and so sick. I know then, goddamn, I'm finally your pick. But if I gather my pieces, crawl on all fours, don't look up at you, but rather look at the door, collect all my stutters and think, well, maybe I want more. Band-aid myself as I sober my core. Doctor my being, rid myself of decor. Wave white flag, call my truce, end my own war. If If I decide to deplore, tell me, will you cradle me then? And what will you weave when there's no more me left to mend? Thanks, y'all. That was To the Tailor.
Yo.
Yes. Let's bring our guest in from backstage so they can show some love.
Hello, familia.
Hey, welcome, y'all. Welcome. It's Space Backstage. So if you guys are watching on Facebook or YouTube, just join us in the studio. We got some space back here.
That's my homie.
I know she's showing love. That was great. I love it. I always love me some Leah V. You fire.
I love that poem. It's nice every now and then.
Even her old shit is fire, right? Like, that's crazy. I'll be reading some of my old shit. I'll be like, damn, what was that?
I feel like that too about some of my old shit, but that's not the stuff I'm performing.
All right. So I'm gonna do a little piece real quick. Who do we got setting off the open mic after me? Though?
Let's see. It's looking like on Diggity Deck we got our guy. I love this man returning to the stage, the Great Sigma. But
Yeah.
coming to the digital mic right now, y'all put your real and your virtual palms together for my co-hostess with the mostest, the entrepreneurial goddess herself. Let's give it up for J Rose.
Hey guys, I'm in a very I'm tired. Y'all gonna get this J Rose, all right? I hope y'all love it. Hold on one second, baby. I'm gonna read a poem, so you have to be quiet, okay? Thank you. My son is digging in a toy box. You know when you're a kid and you just got a toy box full of mad toys? Anyway. So I've done this piece before, and after the presidential debate this week, that shit show. I might as well just do this. It's a letter that I wrote when Trump was actually inaugurated into office. It was actually the same day as the Women's March. And I wrote this piece for an event that I was doing for the women it was actually an anti-bullying event. Anyway, just a little backstory. We got time. All right. So, all right, this title, Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, let's make one thing clear. You are not my president and never will be. Too many times your messages of hate has struck, which leads me to believe that America's fucked. And I can't help but cringe as I hear you speak the language of fools. That last press conference confirmed you bit off more than you can chew. But more importantly, let's get down to some truth. You hate me because I'm not you. Because I'm a woman. Your vision too impaired to see that the reason you are here is because a woman got to choose. You better thank your lucky stars. She didn't plan that parenthood differently. She chose you. Now here you are walking in unfillable shoes. Your ignorance running miles away from bliss, leaving muddy tracks across the aspirations of our kids, while we're left trying to explain to them what inequality is. So for the sake of our future, we march today. We march like proud warriors walking from the battlegrounds unfazed and unscathed, declaring our unity and claiming our freedom, freedom from the racist, misogynistic grip you have on America's sleeping minds. We are the antidote to your poisonous words. And let me guess, you hate me because I'm a Latina. Say it with me now, Latina. I bet you hate that so much, don't you? Is it because my lineage represents everything you could never be? Or is it because I'm blessed with substance, resilience, and a culture so rich it puts your bank accounts to shame? Or maybe it's because I wasn't designed for your mail order. You see, my blueprint lies deep within the walls of an untouched Taino temple off the Borinquen shores, and those oppressive roots of yours can never plant themselves in my fruitful lands. We do not cultivate hate, we do not manipulate faith, and we will not allow you to infiltrate our fate. So please stay away while we stay awake and continue to march. shaking the ground with every step, the elements stirring around us, calling upon the sweet waters of Oshun to protect us from the prejudiced fires you try to spread. Despite the flames surrounding us, we fearlessly march right through them, manifesting like a phoenix rising from the ashes, stepping through the smoke, leaving burned footprints in the earth to make sure you know we were here. You can follow us to march by our side or follow us to try to stop us. Either way, we're marching. And with every step, we will educate our youth, show them the path leading to their rightful thrones. With every step, we will expose the empowering truth, the gift of self-awareness. Our sons and daughters shall know the royal blood that runs through their veins. And you, sir, you will be sent back to the inferno you came from. But before you go, please stop by when you're free. I'll serve you some of that good old Flint water tea. Sincerely, J. Rose.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm not with my mom right now, but she commented.
I love your mom.
My mom's in this house. This is as relevant today as when it was written.
Thank you. And it's funny because I said being like a phoenix rising through the ashes, and my son's name is Phoenix, so he was like, Phoenix.
I knew I heard something. I knew I heard him.
Like, Phoenix. He's like, why you say my name?
No, we're not talking about you, Rising Phoenix.
I gotta explain to him what a phoenix is. But
well, that was wonderful. I fucking love that pizza gets better every time. I do agree with my mother. It does get better. It is as relevant today as it was written. Make sure you follow our girl, our co-hostess with the mostest.
Thank you. You guys I love y'all. Like, all right.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, let's keep it moving and grooving.
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving and grooving, guys. Make sure you share the live video from YouTube and Facebook on your page, and you know you can post about it on Instagram or wherever it's clever. All right. So we've got the poets on Diggity Deck. Wow, I love that triple rhyme. Coming to the mic right now. Let's give it up for the one, the only magician, poet, man himself, one of our new guys and one of our new frequent flyers, part of our familia. Let's give it up for the great Sigma.
Hey, what's up?
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
Yes, we hear you.
Excellent. Well, good evening, everybody. I've got a couple things today. I'm going to go through a poem first, and then I'm gonna do this magic trick here, which is my elephant box. Sometimes it doesn't work, so hopefully it behaves tonight. But I'm going to start with the poem this time, and this is called Dragon. The villagers scramble with torches and pitchforks held high. Vengeance slithers on their lips, and wrath grips their fists closed. There is anger sweltering in the heart of the dragon, and he will have his tribute. The villagers march with flame and ferocity, holding high their hand-woven banners, bellowing for better than this. Oh, there is fire burning in the belly of the beast. His eyes glow white-hot against the black hearts of the peasants. He wants his sacrifice. The villagers march with cries for freedom, but they are ignoring their brothers and sisters who are starving in shacks, too weak to move. Blind to the moaning drunks, lost beneath the barbed blanket of addiction. Deaf is the mob to the cries of fatherless children, lost to the way things have always been. Oh, there is flame on the tongue of the wyvern, a scorching medium to keep the peasants' torches lit. On his word, on his whim, they will turn against each other. A puff of smoke and a whisper. They will stab each other in the dark. Oh, the criminals, the activists, the protesters, the looters. No one will see the difference as the village burns. Yes, there is a fire blazing in the belly of a dragon. It sears and crackles behind scales of black and brown and blue. His eyes glow white against the black hearts of the peasants, and he will have his tribute. He will take their gold with talons outstretched, melt the brass of good men's armor to coat his claws, spread lies with his wings, and billow smog like the words of men in power whose eyes burn white like his. Yes, there is a beast in the air, its wings lined with the swords of good knights, skin coated in scales that were turned crooked, his tongue laced with the lies we tell ourselves. There is a monster crying out for murder, his tail sharpened on the privileges we don't share. The skulls of children who lost their way rattle in his stomach. The racists and the angst-ridden teens shout and rave below, yet the creature does not care because he is in our hearts, lost in phantasm and dystopia, drowned out by noise. The voice that will slay him is somewhere in our hearts too. Listen, and you will hear it. Love. Thank you.
Oh my god. My boyfriend absolutely loved that. He was freaking out.
Oh.
I think, do I have time?
Jay, I can't do this.
Or are we going to do round two? If we do round two, I'm going to save this guy.
Well, you have a little.
You sure?
You have time because you really did not take your time at all.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
We got a short list, so you got time.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. We have a short list so far, so definitely give us some.
Give us some magic.
Okay, we're gonna do some magic.
Magic or poetry, either.
All right, we're gonna go from the grumpy dragon to the happy elephant here. So this is my elephant trick.
Wait,
All right,
Sid, where are you tuning in from again?
I'm in Redmond,
Trump.
Where's
Yeah.
that?
Washington State.
Washington,
So,
right.
Oh wow.
yeah, other side of the country.
I love it. You know, when this is all, I mean, I hate when people say this, but when this is all over, you have to come to New York, come to one of our shows, okay?
I'd love that. That would be great.
Definitely when the smoke clears. But let's get into it.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna need a volunteer. Someone want to help me out? Just unmute yourself, and I'm gonna shuffle these up, and we're gonna pick a card here. So this is just for the sake of the story. It doesn't really matter what card it is, but somebody just go ahead and say stop.
Volunteer. Stop. I'm volunteering.
Tim is volunteering.
All right, here we go. This is the card we're gonna use for this trick. That's the Queen of Hearts. So I suppose I should tell you these are all different cards because otherwise this is a silly trick. All right, we're going to use this one. All right, let's see if I can get everything so you can see it. There we go. All right, so this has a bit of a story to it, and once upon a time there was a princess in Thailand, and for her birthday, her father, the emperor, got her an elephant. I'm hoping this little guy will move around for me. There we go. Yeah, and they used to keep the elephant. They used to keep the elephant in the castle, and one day that they realized as the princess got older, she began to grow, and so too did the elephant. In fact, he began to grow and grow and grow and grow, so big that they had to let him go.
Wait.
It wasn't soon after that that the emperor passed away, leaving her daughter, or his daughter, the princess, to become the queen. And soon a war broke out, and the kingdom was in disarray and torn this way and that. And so the empress, the queen, locked herself up in the tower to stay safe. One day, when things were starting to get better, she looked out across the horizon, and who did she see but her friend, the elephant.
Hey.
And she found him, and he was beyond her.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Where's the elephant?
Yo, Tim's face, like, cause we like Leah V and I, cause we're hosts, we could see everybody was backstage. Yo, Tim was like, "What?" I love it. I love it. Give it up one more time for the great Sigma, please. That was so cool. Hey, Adina. Wow, Adina. I've known her since I was like 5. What's up, girl?
That happened.
That's a long time ago. 5 was a lot of times ago.
That was great. That was great. Thank you, Sigma. Hello, Dina. Hello. That was absolutely amazing.
Woo! I always love it.
We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. All right, so that's gonna be our new theme song. We'll talk about that later, J-Rose.
Yeah, maybe Shariffa could sing it for us.
It's virtual voices with J-Rose, because you already know, and leave me in a place to be. And we're moving and grooving like that.
I'm dead. She wrote a song just now. Like,
Shariffa, girl, we'll talk.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna keep.
You need to sing lead on that. That's you. That's all you.
Oh yes, I was in the special chorus in high school all those years ago. So
I can't sing. I'll do a rap. Can I do the rap part?
yes, but only if you say J-Rose, because you already know, and not some shit like J-Rose because I don't know.
Listen.
I need this copyrighted, okay? All right.
All right.
Let's keep going and flowing and growing and knowing. Yes. Tim approves of Sigma. He loved it. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We got our guy, the graduates, AC Lightning on Diggity Deck. But coming to the mic right now, let's all put our hands together and show all the love for Poets, the Poet.
Woo! Hey, what's up? You good, girl? You froze. What's up with you? Get back on. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Speak a little louder though, like closer to the mic.
Hi.
Like throw your voice to the microphone.
Okay, what about now?
Much better.
That's better. Okay, how are y'all today?
We good. We missed y'all. What's up? What you got for us?
See you, girl.
It's so good to see you guys. It's been a little bit hectic around, but I'm doing better now, so I feel like I want to participate. I want to, partake in the festivities.
Make sure you project your voice or stay close to whatever microphone you're using.
Okay, and is this good? This is a good vibe?
Yeah, this is good.
That's so much better. Perfect.
Okay, cool. So I got a poem for you guys. It's called Transparency. I hope I'm not skipping too bad so you guys can get the full effect. Alrighty. Okay. Transparent, full of clear to see things, emotions. I am an open, closed box, one with plexiglass walls and a knack for being unbreakable. I bend sometimes. When my own weight gets to be too much, I never fold. I take and take and take as much as I can hold. I love and love and love. And just as soon as I unfold, I remember that I cannot forget to remember how to put myself back together. The top won't fit anymore. I've been hoarding others' emotions with mine, loving them and me at the same time, never realizing that maybe I should come first. Maybe it's my life. Maybe I want to be remembered for what I did for myself, not what I did for others. Maybe I want my headstone to reflect who I am, not who I was to you. Maybe I want to melt into myself, not blend in with everyone else. I am an open book. Just so happens that some of my pages are missing. Everyone that reads me takes a page that reminds them of themselves as a keepsake. I just might let you borrow me one day. I just might let you keep me. You make me want to write a novel about my life story. Glue every page together and only let you read it front to back. I think maybe you. I am a seemingly empty bottle with no top. Only I'm filled with the breath of my past lovers who exhaled life into me, then left me with only the reminder that oxygen is for everyone. And carbon dioxide, much like love, can kill you. All you have to do is breathe. All you have to do is leave if you want. Or ask me anything you want and pray that I am not missing that page. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
That was amazing. Your rhythm was so on point there. It was like like kind of musical even.
Hey, that was good. That was good, Poet. Listen, let me tell y'all, Poet is on a mission to be known for her poetry. She wants to take her poetry to like a worldwide level. So please make sure you connect with her, show her some love. Like, you know someone that you could link her up with that can like bring her to the next level that she wants to be.
I think it's in the right place if you ask me.
Facts. You already know.
Thank you for sharing your truth with us as always, girlfriend. It's always so good to
see you.
What was that?
What happened? What was that, Poet?
You're welcome. No problem.
Aw, she's so sweet.
No, I was just saying I was asking, like, this is me asking you.
Oh,
okay, so we have time for one more. We're gonna go ahead.
Oh, that's everyone.
Yeah, that's everyone. Say hi.
Hi, Phoenix. Everybody say hi, Phoenix.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Guys, everybody say hi, Phoenix.
Hi, Phoenix.
Hi, Phoenix.
He's too cool.
Oh,
anyway, let's keep it moving and grooving.
Let us do so. All right. So we've got our guy, the lone wolf, on diggity deck, but coming to the mic right now, the one and only frequent flyer, our guy since day one, the A1, no pun intended, the graduate. We love to see it. We love
20 graduate.
One of Mama G's favorites. Let's give it up for AC Lightning.
What's
amazing
up?
to always be here on a Friday night. All right. So for those who don't know, I'm AC Lightning. I am a poet and I'm a filmmaker. But tonight I will be doing some rapping. Okay, so I'm a rapping guy tonight. And
okay.
Let me know if you can hear this. I'm gonna do a test real quick. Let me know if you can hear this. Oh, what the heck? There we go.
Yeah, you good.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So this is one of my singles called Redo. Hold on, wait a minute. You hear these people talking, so they it's easy what they really just be lying. Their plans didn't work out. It's just the head that gives out. The feeling your head will deep down, so they try to break you down. It's all up in your mental. Your mind is a prison. You gotta break the bars or it's your death sentence. And yeah, you gon' pray, cause you know it's getting hard. Ask me got the song ways, try to break out the wall. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart, life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna good life, I just wanna live right. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart, life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna good life, I just wanna live right. I tell folks about my problems, some of them look at me crazy. The way I run this gauntlet, let them know they got it with me. Those weapons might be dangerous, they might be fully loaded. I'm moving like the Matrix, but it's hard to dodge the bullets. Let them hate it is what it is. Gotta move away from that sin. Try to hold black man up in the pen. I broke that jail, I'm going for the win. Gotta move up to my destiny. I'ma do what I can, that's best for me. I'm a child of God, you ain't stopping me. I'ma be like Sonic, I'ma hit like Steve. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart. Life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just want a good life. I just wanna live right. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart. Life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just want a good life. I just wanna live right. Saw this show called Flash. It makes it a pair of points. And when you go too fast, you missing all these endpoints. You're missing all the ways that God connected lines. If you give me time, yeah, he's gonna change your life. That ain't gonna be easy. You gotta keep on pushing. And what he said, Jesus, you're the creation. And yeah, you have to slip up. And God say he got us. I'm knocking it down, I'm going up. Time to say enough is enough. I can never fail. I'm on a new level. When I go high, yo, there gon' be new devils. Don't care, I'ma fight to the finish. Gotta restart, new beginning. I'm no longer under the good. I got that power, not that hurt. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart, life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just want a good life, I just wanna live right. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just wanna restart, life is feeling real hard. I just wanna redo, just give me a redo. I just want a good life, I just wanna live right. AC. Oh yeah.
Hey, yes. Come here and talk to him. Wait,
I love that, AC.
My son Phoenix got a message
Uh-oh.
for you. Come get up. Get up. Go ahead.
Your song is fire.
I appreciate it.
AC, you had me and Tim in the background whenever the hook came on. Like, I just want to read That was knocking. We need the recorded version of it.
As soon as you started spitting, my son was.
The song is available on all streaming platforms. And I
nice.
also dropped a music video for the song today as well too. So for those of you that's on YouTube, you can check out my music video on YouTube. Just type in AC Lightning Redo and it'll pop up. But song is available on all streaming platforms. Music video drop. I'm dropping a project before the year is out, so be on the lookout. And
Well, AC, were you just gonna do one for us?
I mean, if I got time, I could do a poem.
Yeah, give us a poem before.
Yeah, give us a poem. Give us a poem.
Okay. So I'm gonna switch the mood up just a little bit. Just with everything that's been going on, I constantly do think about my future, and one of the things I do think about is having kids. Because I'm a young black dude that still believe in finding that one woman, getting married, and being faithful. But I also think about having kids and how that would be like. So I have a poem for that. All right, let's get to it. To my unborn children, by the time you get here, I want you to see me being married to your lovely mother is my greatest honor. I want our black love to be a symbol of pride. When you step into this world, I want you to feel welcome with warm, open arms. Tears coming down on my face by then, as I have my heart in human form and beating in my grasp. Your cries, the way you look, the moment I'm in, this right here, this is special. I'm gonna be a big star and win awards, but these are my true Grammys. To see you grow up from these all-nighters, tight hugs, and words of affirmations are the love language that will fill your spirit full of joy. Why would I let society dictate how I should raise you when they have their shooters lined up looking for an excuse to kill you? I don't want my kids to be in a war they never asked to be a part of. The media fix programs that take the dads out the household, let the single mothers build a future with the kids on her own, while the cold bars of steel created by Jim Crow hold back the black man. The street creeps and the broken homes burn their flames, giving them a choice to either adapt or perish, robbing the lives of these kids as the shine dim from their eyes, ejected their brain cells, exploiting them in trades for profits, all for the white man's sacrifice. I'ma teach y'all how society don't really like y'all. They know that we're special, y'all. That you're blackity black and be proud, y'all. I'm not trying to die for my hood. I'm trying to live for my kids. God gave me the role to be a life's teacher. Every day is gonna be a lesson for you. I won't hesitate to backhand you if you ever get slick with me. This rod of discipline will stay buried in your hearts. And you may have a crooked jaw, but it's for your benefit so you can stay alive. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself, even when you're looking for your spouse. And yes, my daughter, I will be tough on whatever man you bring into this house. You're a queen. You deserve only the best. I'm your prime example, your husband, Shamira. Yes, I will conduct interviews. Yes, I will have my ammos loaded just in case I'm a cap a bullet in this kid. So if you see me on the 10 o'clock news because I stomp a mud hole in your boyfriend, it's all love though. And my son, I'm going to teach you how to be a gentleman, never to be a yes man to please any girl. Use your backbone to stand your ground so one day you could be the man your future wife looks for. And just like this young buck I once was, thinking to have a girlfriend was so cool, let me break that myth for you. In my times, as I got older, these little girls still like playing games. It's a just new level to this. They'll tell you what they want you to hear. Next thing you know, they'll take your heart to fill the void in their chest, sucking the very life out of it, expecting you to still be faithful to them. These chicken heads aren't worth the chase, nor they're worth you giving it up to them. You're a king in the making. Why settle less for a peasant, not deserving of being in your presence? You can get a queen who will love you. Some of these girls was raised on survival rather than love. That won't be the case for any of you. When you step through these doors, you will always matter. You don't need to hesitate to tell me about your day. I want to hear your highs. I want to hear your lows. I want to see your joy. I want to feel your sorrow. I want to hear your dreams soar like a star. And whatever you do, make sure you're great at it. If you go into the arts, I'll make sure you push your pen till your last drop of ink. Even with broken crayons, I'm going to push you to leave a mark on this world. So when I look back on it, I can feel good that I planted a seed for my legacy. Because grandchildren are the crown of glory for the old. Look up to God and say, thank you. Thank you because of your wisdom to raise my kids in your way. And I'm writing this. I'm a young man with a huge responsibility. And I'm scared of this unknown path. But just know I want to give you my all for y'all because I love you. Sincerely, your father. Mason.
Woo! Aw, Jason.
You want to be my dad? That was so sweet. I wish my dad would be like that. That was beautiful. Yeah. I love when men write poems to their unborn children or like songs to their unborn children. I think that's so dope.
I'm actually thinking about doing a song with that one day too. Actually,
yeah. Listen, we here for all of it. So bring it.
Yeah, you know where you can debut it. That was our guy, AC Lightning. Make sure you follow our homeboy at all times. We love ourselves some AC. Thank you, AC. So we do have the Lone Wolf on deck, but Jay, I think we might have a commercial to play real quick.
Oh yeah, see, she's so good. I'm telling you, I'm lost without Leah V. Yeah. We got a quick little commercial break real quick from one of our sponsors, so please hang tight.
Yeah.
B-A-D-A, I rip every day, make it look so easy.
From the artist that brought you the debut solo album Gemini comes a new EP. Jay Bada presents his sophomore solo project titled Indian Summer, The Prologue. Written and produced during one of the most unique and impactful years of our existence, 2020. Check out this EP full of good intentions, positive lyrics, and a unique flow. Listen from your favorite streaming platform today. For more music from Jay Bada, follow him on IG at Jay Bada Music.
There you go. Make sure you follow him. He's got a visual coming out soon. He's a great friend of mine, an amazing artist, producer, writes his own stuff, makes his own beats, like all of that. And his girl is like one of the dopest females I know. She's a DJ. She does like the scratching shit. Like she does all the like real DJ stuff, not like laptop, you know. Like she's on there. Yeah, she's fired. So, I gotta show mad love. But shout out to Jay Bada for supporting the platform by sponsoring a commercial slot. And if any of you are interested and you have projects, if you're an entrepreneur, business, or you know someone who has a business and is trying to advertise and has a budget for their marketing, holla at us, because we got slots and I got more than just this open mic. I have many, many opportunities for people to advertise themselves and market themselves. So holla at your girl.
Yes, and this open mic alone reaches hundreds and hundreds of people every week. J Rose and the Rose Garden events. So you think about that times a bazillion because of all the events she does, and you can really get a lot of travel to your content. So definitely recommend that for y'all. Definitely recommend that for y'all. But we gonna keep it moving and grooving. For those who don't know, we are in the midst of virtual voices with Leah V in the place to be and J Rose, because you already know. Bringing it to you live on time from your living room Friday nights. The best, most majestic journey of talent and music.
I was waiting for you to say majestic. I was waiting for it.
Majestic journey, this enchanting journey that we take as artists alongside one another every evening, every word, every performance. We are gathered here as a community and we are on a magic carpet ride. So we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. It's a digital carpet ride, but a ride nonetheless. And the journey is flowing and growing. So Tim is like ad-libbing in the background over here. So, all right. So we have Jay Urge of the Mountains on deck. But coming to the mic now. Yes, he changed the name up on us from the Filipinos. But coming to the mic right now, we have to all put our hands together, show some real love to one of the most consistent, active poets in the game. He's a good friend of ours. Let's all show some love for the Lone Wolf.
Published author in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm still in Brooklyn, as you can tell. Right now, but I'm just gonna jump right in. This is a piece I wrote for a workshop, another bleed workshop, believe it or not. This is called Internal Hell. My mind will say it hurt and still hurts me. My soul will say, is it hard for me to be free? My heart will say, why won't you let me be? To be labeled will forever bring great shame. No more am I going to be used for your little game, because I will break free to achieve great fame. The bad entity will patiently be waiting for me to a point where I can never again be truly free, just to bring me back to a very vulnerable state. This is mandatory for me, though, as it is my fate. Is this just a dream or something that is true? It is hard for me to tell what things are even real. Inevitably, I will no longer be able to even feel. It's a matter of time until I succumb to my pain, before it zaps away my strength time and time again. Should I accept the fact that I always feel blue? In a way, I want to run away from my prison cell as the world transforms into my own version of hell. Darkness forces my mind to let in the hate. Despite that fact, I will try my best to be forever great. The answer to these questions lie in you. It fills my mind with bad vibes to unleash doubt. I have no choice but to look for the only way out. My soul starts to fill with anxiety and dread to bring me to the realization that I'm truly dead. I just hope that you can find the way through. Because I will break free to achieve great fame. No more am I going to be used for your little game. To be labeled will forever bring great shame. My heart will say, why won't you let me be? My soul will say, is it hard for me to be free? My mind will say it hurt and still hurts me.
Yes.
Woo!
Okay, poet. We heard you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's always beautiful from the Lone Wolf himself. You have anything to plug for us?
I have an anthology out. The link is in my Instagram bio, Lone Wolf Poetry 7. That's pretty much about it.
All right. Well, that was great. And you do have time for another if you want, but I know some.
Actually, I left my poetry book at the new place in the Bronx. So I only have one poem written down.
That's totally okay. If you get something yes, it was fire though. If you get something together before round 2, you let us know.
Yes.
All right. But we are gonna keep it moving and grooving. Tim is what you heard, Tim?
We heard Phoenix heard you say moving, and he goes and grooving.
Yes, Phoenix is already familiarized with the way it flows and grows at Virtual Voices. So we're gonna keep it moving. And Phoenix.
Grooving.
Yeah.
Phoenix,
He has a little bit of a speech thing, so his R's sound like
Phoenix,
W.
you gotta say it a little more passionate than that, though.
He's
Grooving.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
waist deep in a toy box right now. So.
All right. Well, we've got AJ Houston on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now, tuning in. We love him all the way from the Philippines. Let's give it up for Jorge, also known as J Urge of the Mountains.
Hey!
Let's hope
Hey,
for no
what's up? How y'all doing?
difficulties.
Oh, we're good. We missed you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to cover one of the greatest songs of all time for me. It's by Sam Cooke.
Ooh,
Here it is.
yes, I love Sam Cooke.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there have been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know, yes I know, oh I know, a change is gonna come. Oh yes it will.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Better singers.
Thank you.
Loved it. Loved it.
Absolutely amazing, as
We love
always.
you,
And
George.
you always pick the most motivating, like perfect songs for the time. Every time
I
you pick
know.
like a song that's so good for the moment. Do you do that on purpose?
It actually just speaks to me. I mean, I've known this song for a long time, and these days it just speaks to me, and what do you call this? It reverberates.
Yes.
So
You're
it's
amazing,
something
George.
very, very.
Music to our ears. George,
Thank you.
did you want to do one more piece? Because I think he has time.
Yeah, you have another song you want to do?
Sure.
All right, because after George, we're gonna have our featured performer. Yeah, sorry, my son is distracting me. But yeah, so Shariffa, get ready, girl. Get ready. Yes, George, can you please give us one more? Look, Matthew Perez over on YouTube asked for one more.
Aww.
Oh wait, no, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Let's
AJ's
see.
going after this. AJ, where'd you go?
Maybe he misheard. He thought he was. Yeah,
No, he was next. He was next. I messed up.
All right, let's get AJ back. Do you have his info?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him.
Okay, all right. Without further ado, let's have our guy George bring us another one. Woo! Woohoo!
Okay, let's see if this will play. Maybe a few seconds. I hope this is the right one. This is from Danny E. King. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing.
I haven't sung that song in
I love that song. You always pick such great songs.
Absolutely. Yes, he really does. Thank you so much for coming to see us whenever you can, George. We really appreciate having you, and you always pick the right songs for the right moments. And I think that the reason that we created this open mic was for moments like this, especially considering the current time and current events. So we thank you so much for sharing your voice with us. And I love the new J Urge of the Mountains title.
Yeah.
J
I
Urge.
love it. Thank you. Make sure y'all follow him, please. He's so cute.
All right, so I don't think AJ made it back. Should we continue?
Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yes, I think he said he had to go, but if I can get him back in here, I'll get him in.
All right. Well, we definitely want AJ to come back, but in the meantime, the very, very special meantime, our next performer is quite the lady. She comes here, and my favorite thing about Shariffa is that not only is she such a profound thing to watch, such an amazing performer, but also like she supports us and she supports everybody. So during the shows, she's not waiting for her time to go up. She's in there. She's commenting. She's talking. She's sticking around, whether she's performing or not. And it's really just a beautiful thing. We love to have her. Jay, you have anything you need to say about our girl?
Of course. Shariffa's just an amazing person since we first met her a few months ago during this like quarantine virtual world. And like I just always love having her sing, and I think just recently we've kind of gotten to know each other a little bit more. She invited me to perform at an event that she did last week. It was surrounded on mental health and suicide awareness, and she asked me to come and share my story, which was very moving, and I was honored to even be on that panel. So I didn't know that she was such a big advocate for mental health. So usually, that's, I feel more connected, once I feel like there's like that common ground there. So I really just appreciate that. So yeah, without further ado, our first official Virtual Voices feature, please give it up to Shariffa Nyan.
Yes, first feature.
Hey everybody, can you hear me all right?
Yes, you sound great.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it is so honor to be here and to be featured. That's like major. So I appreciate the opportunity. And so I'm gonna share with you guys a few songs tonight. Um, some old, some new, but just a little mixture of everything. So without prolonging this thing any further, we'll go ahead and get it started. The first few songs are from a EP that I dropped, I believe it was like 2016, called Every Part of Me. And so this is Heart Song Part 2. This is mine, this is mine, this is my heart song to you. This is mine, this is mine, ooh, my song to you. I'm so thankful to bask in your warm embrace. So grateful you never turned your face from me. Your love cannot be replaced. So free, my soul is eternity bound. Wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in you, I found a friend. With me, you'll be till the end. Ooh, every part. Oh no, every part of me, Lord. Me belongs to you. Every part. Oh, every part, every part, every part, every part. My, 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 my. Ooh, yeah. My heart song to you. All right. So that was
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hold on. Phoenix has a message for you. Talk on the microphone. On the microphone.
I like your voice.
Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I like your voice too. So so if you guys haven't figured it out by now, I'm a neo gospel artist. So I call what I do, or my genre, my lane, neo gospel, and not neo gospel because it's neo soul or sounds like neo soul, but it's gospel, but more neo in the true sense of what the term neo means, which is new. And so traditional gospel has a very particular sound, and I love that sound. I was raised in the church, and so I'm very familiar with that sound. But I also was raised around a lot of different other genres of music that I love. And so when I started to make my own music, I really wanted to pay homage to all the things that I felt influenced me musically the most. And so the best way to carve out or to put myself in the lane, or the best way to describe the kind of music I did was to carve out my own genre. And so when you hear me say what I do is neo gospel, that's what it means. It's gospel with a different sound, with a new sound. So you might hear a little hip hop, you might hear a little, reggae and Afro beats. You might hear a little bit of traditional sounding gospel. You might hear a little bit of classical, some elements in some of my music. So you never know what you're gonna get. It's a little eclectic in that sense, but the message is always stays true, and it's always God centered. So a little bit of background information. So the next track I'm gonna do is called Convert's Creed.
I'm in the middle of a show. I'm in a virtual show.
Oh, it's a converse creed. I don't want to go through life looking like a hypocrite. So I'm gonna plead the blood of the situation real quick. Temptation so strong, got the wrong thing looking right. But when my soul on the line, I ain't got no room compromise. Ooh, yeah, you. Oh, when I call you, you answer. Always catch me when I falter. Gonna lay my oh no. Never turning back. No, just believe that. Yes, I believe I'm gonna see God is my witness. Right hands, I swear. I'm telling you. Oh, breathe. So the enemy is steady trying to block my demise. But I ain't got no worries, cause God is where I keep my eyes. So many blessings unfolding like flowers since I chose you. Now with this promise in my heart, I'ma always serve you. And I call you, you answer. Always catch me when I falter. Lay my burdens at the altar. When I call you, you answer. Always catch me when I falter. Gonna lay my burdens at the altar. Ooh, this I swear. I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'll never. Oh. Holding my banner, never turning back. Oh, God, I'm telling you, I'm never turning back. God is my witness. Oh, combat speed, y'all.
Woo! We love to hear it.
Thank you.
They say your voice touches their souls.
Oh,
bless you. Thank you. I appreciate that. How is the sound for you guys? The levels okay?
It was a little choppy. It got a little bit choppy halfway through the song, but then it came back. So
and it sounded like
I don't know if it was like a signal.
Well, but it was like a signal thing, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
You got another song for us?
I have one more if you guys want it.
Yes. Hello, feature. Let's get it.
Okay. All right. So this one, I'll go ahead and go with a newer one. This one is off of my brand new EP called Foreign. And this track is called Paradise. So this one has more of like that Caribbean type vibe to it. So you guys can vibe with me. I hope you vibe with me. I hope you're doing all of this and moving a little bit, okay? I know we're virtual, but you can still have a good time. So, Paradise. Ooh, yeah. You never try to hide me. You love me in the open. When you hold me tightly, it heals all that is broken. Deeper than an ocean, you know me well. I'm so glad that I am chosen. There's no longer a veil. I can see you on your throne. You're lifted high. I call you king, my everything. See you high and lifted up. Please continue to fill my cup. You mean so much to me. I made up my mind. I'm inviting you inside of my heart. I want a new start. I know I love you. I know I need I know that it's time. I made up my mind. I'm inviting you inside of my heart. I want a new start. I know I love you. I know I need you. Love's a true thing, can't resist. Don't you know that I die for this? Love's a true thing, can't resist. Don't you know Jaja die for this? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Cover me in your grace, all my sin you erase. Love me smooth as the morning breeze. Your word is oxygen I breathe. Chasing after you forevermore. You're the God of all creation. You're the one I adore. I can see you on your throne. You're lifted high. I call you king, my everything. See you high and lifted up. Continue to fill my cup. You mean so much to me. Why? I'm inviting you inside of my heart. I want a new start. Oh, I love you. I know I need you. I know that it's time. I made up my mind. I'm inviting you in. I'm inviting you in. I'm inviting you in. Oh, you. I love you.
God damn!
I really appreciate you.
We
Thank
love
you.
our Shariffa girl. Shariffa girl, give us a little plug.
Okay, little plug. So Shariffa
She
Nyan,
did that. She did that.
you can see my name down there at the bottom of the screen at Shariffa Nyan, and that's everywhere. So you can catch me on the gram. You can find me on Facebook, Spotify. ShariffaNyan.com is my official website. So please go check it out. Become a subscriber so you can stay in the know with all things Shariffa Nyan, what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm working on next, all of that great stuff. I just want to say again, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the platform. I love you two ladies with all my corazón. I love you guys. So thank you so much for
Oh, we love you, Shariffa girl. I'm so glad that you even honored us by allowing us to give you this space to speak your truth as always. And that last falsetto note had me like, ugh. I mean, that shit had me floored. I was in here in the background. I had to mute myself for a second. I was like, how do you even go that high? That was cute. So like I said before, Shariffa, I'll write the theme song. You'll sing it.
I got you. Don't even worry about it.
But you guys
Yes,
make
and
sure you
I'll rap.
follow. Yes, and Jay will rap. You make sure you follow our Shariffa girl. Thank you so much for blessing us this evening.
Thank you for
Jay,
having
you think
me.
we're moving and grooving, girl?
Yeah, let's keep it moving and grooving. Thank you so much, Shariffa. What an honor it was to have you as our first feature for Virtual Voices. I appreciate you so much. Yes, and of course, follow. Please get them streams up.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
exactly.
keep
Get
them
those
coming.
streams up. But
Yes.
let's keep it moving and grooving. We got people popping in and out. Oh shit! Oh shit! Look, we got some people popping in.
Yes.
Look at the usual suspects down here. Like
Usual suspects, indeed. We love to see it. Hey, y'all, we got the family in the building. We're going to keep it moving and grooving and flowing and growing. For those who don't be knowing, it is a Virtual Voices Friday night, live and on time from your living room or wherever you choose to be comfortable alongside us on this journey, on this magic carpet ride, on this enchanting evening that we experience alongside one another every Friday, 8 p.m. Y'all already know that I'm gonna hype it up like this. So all right, let's keep it going and flowing and growing, because we be knowing we've got Poetically Nate on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now. This is like the perfect back-to-back combo for me, because just the power and the truth and the talent and the eloquence is just next level. We love to see Shariffa, and we'd love to see our next poet. Y'all gotta give your palms a hand by putting them together for our girl Shandy the poet.
hey, Shandy.
Thank you guys. I'm so sorry that I missed you for the last couple weeks. I've been a little busy, but guess what? I got me some good stuff right here.
Put it in the
Yes,
camera.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes,
Oh,
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I have to tell you, you guys did your thing right here. I mean, this is not like no cheap stuff. Like, this is like really, really good quality stuff here.
Girl,
let them know, Shandy.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even playing. Yeah. So thank you for that. And I have to just give my props to J Rose for helping me out with my logo coming soon. With my business. Thank you so much. She put up with me and all my shenanigans. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love you, girl. Stop it. You fine.
But I got a piece right now called That Day in June. It's a heavy piece, so get ready. That day in June changed me in ways that you could never comprehend. And I died 1,000 deaths when you took your last breath. I held on to you for as long as I could, but I could not contain the water that flowed. Broke the levees that should have protected you. I had no control over the fate that was already written for you. Your time, although short, is now fully completed. God needed you for a divine purpose. Your days on this earth already preconceived, except I did not know it yet. And after so many losses before, I thought for sure that this time I would hold you in my arms and see my eyes in you look back at me. Instead, I drowned in the rose-colored water And when I woke, I lay staring at your lifeless bodies, no bigger than my hand. My heart stopped, and then I died 1,000 deaths over and over again. All of my dreams for you now abruptly comes to an end. And I will never see my eyes in you look back at me. I've been robbed of the only sacred thing. No pitter pat of feet, no sloppy kisses, no hugs, no big squeezes. And I will never get asked, Mommy, why? 3,000 times, and I need to produce an answer for each one. There will be no lunches made times two. There's no dropping off or picking up from school. The flesh of my flesh, the breath of my breath, the blood that runs through my brain, my veins, here lies still in my weary hands, cradled against my chest, and I still yet have not taken one breath. Thank you.
Woo! That was powerful. That was powerful. Shandy, girl, the comments were blowing up for that as usual, and your delivery was just impeccable as usual. Thank you so much for sharing your truth with us, girl.
Yes, always so heartfelt.
That was our girl.
Pulling on the heartstrings.
I always pulling on the heartstrings. That was our girl, Shandy the Poet. Make sure you follow her at SD Taylor 68. For those who aren't keeping up with the handles and such during the show, if you are a performer and you need the information, do not fret. Jay Rose will send out a list of all the performers later on, so you make sure you check that list and you check it twice, just like Santa. And you follow everybody you need to follow. That's our girl Shandy. She's here with us whenever she can be. We love to have her. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got Ambition the Poet on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now, always fire, one of our favorite guys. Let's give it up for Poetically Nick.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay! Recently published.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
What's good? How are y'all doing today?
We're good,
doing
Nate. We
great.
can't
How
wait
you
to hear
doing?
your poetry. We need
Published
to hear
author.
He's got his own published book in the house.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna send y'all the link after I perform, so whoever could buy it, so it will be in the chat. Hello.
Yeah, you good.
All right. So yeah. So I got one. I'm gonna do this poem. I just wrote it like what? I just finished it today.
No shit.
All right. So it's called Love in the Right Venues. As we walked in the park, talking and walking, I just want to talk about the things that other men won't do, unless they want something from you. I want to be the one that makes you remind me of my heart, that gives me comfort like the sunflower seeds. Sometimes I don't even know how to approach you, even at the age of 32. Sometimes it's gotten so hard for me to understand the social cues of life, but this can't be life. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I want to learn your heart. Some things I want to do to your body, all over you, around my lips, all over that Puerto Rican body that come round and round. Your Puerto Rican love hits me in all the right venues, down to my knees. Your body has me doing all the salsas and the bachatas in my room, but I love it. I can't just come on to you and kiss those lips every day and just look at that curvy body from Puerto Rico. I just want to fall in love with you and eat out those dirty feelings and finish to the climax. After that, I just want to put a ring on it and marry you and call it a day. All right, thank you, y'all.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, and I felt that so much.
Nate, like, why you
Boricua,
Yeah, no, Tim was in the background, like, yeah, with the boricua, yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Tim was like, wait, who he writing about? Hold on.
Nah, Tim was like, Leah, I wrote this about you. It's like, no, you didn't. All right, Nate, tell us real quick. Tell us about your book and where people can find us. Find it.
All right, so the link is in the bio, but I will put it in chat for those who want to buy it.
Yes, and put it in the Facebook comments too, or on YouTube, so that like viewers can get it too.
Yeah. So it will be in the chat, and I might come back in the last round.
All right. Congratulations on the book, though. That's a great accomplishment.
Yes, it is indeed. Thank you so much, Nate. We love to have you. We're going to keep it moving and grooving. Virtual Voices Friday night, the digital place to be live from your living room. We're going to keep it moving and grooving and flowing and growing. We've had quite the lineup of heavy hitters thus far. It's looking like nothing but fire to come. So we've got our guy Shamello on Diggity Deck Butt coming to the mic right now. Let's put our hands together for another frequent flyer of ours. He's well known, also featured on the J Rose Talk Show Season 2. Let's give it up. Yes, what it do, as Tim said. Let's give it up for Ambition the Poet.
Yay!
What up, what up? What up, what up, what up, what up? How y'all doing?
We good. You do your thing.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Sean D, who signed up for my workshop on Sunday. I appreciate it. I'm so happy to be here. Shout out to J Rose. You know how I got love for you and the platform. I'm so thankful. I guess I'm gonna do an old poem. I wanted to read
old shit,
but yeah, I'm doing old joint. Foster care poem. You know that I'm a foster care poet. I speak on behalf of the foster kids that's all across the globe, including the kids that's in New York City right now, Jersey, all over America. And so I wanted to give y'all a story of what it's like to be a foster child that wanted revenge, that was hurt, who had to speak from my heart. And so here's just a little insight. This is Revenge of the Foster Kid. Woo! This is Revenge of the Foster Kid. I am not a crackhead. I am the son of a crackhead. So how do I find the nigga that sold to my mom so I could come crack and say, woo? How do I find them? I research his birth, I could find them. So me and my niggas can act like we need to work and go con them. On the block doing 60, sure. Come down the block doing 60. How could he sell to my mom when she looking frail and she about 60? This is the night of my life that I think I'm going to have to get busy. See, this is the pain of a foster child. So this night, I'm going to get busy. See, he is the master. My mom is the slave. The cotton's the drug. And this is the way these people get paid, okay? See, the whip is the stress. Overdose is the noose. And Harriet Tubman is trying to help all the slaves loose. Goddamn. So what do I do? When I find the person that's helping my mom commit suicide, and I know it for certain. This is Revenge of the Foster Kid. This is the poetry version. I do this for all the foster kids, and I know they still hurting. See, my soul is on fire. It feel like a napalm. I was so crusty. I was so dirty. There was so soap and no Avon. I was so dirty. I was so crusty. There was no soap and no Avon. My adoption papers said that I was eating the crayons. My adoption papers said that I was eating the crayons. So I tie him up, shit. I take him down in the basement. This is for all of my pain and all of my blood that spilled on the pavement. What happened to him? I leave that to your imagination. My son, are you really in these streets talking about revenge? My son, are you really talking about retribution? I told you to use your power to go empower their foster child. This is your job. Every time you see the iPhone, the creator of that company, was a foster child, and his name is Steve Jobs. This is all facts. There's no opinions. There was a white boy who played the banjo. He was a foster child. Now, his name was John Lennon. And before you go, they're going to try to say that you're damaged and that where you come from put you at a disadvantage. But I told you that God, who I am, I got your back. So you should never panic. But I want you to tell the world that they're nothing. They're going to try to tell them that they're concrete, but you tell them to their face that they're nothing but roses. There was a young boy who was sent down the river in the Bible. He was a foster child. His name was Moses. My name is Ambition the Poet. Thank you.
Yes! Oh my God!
Stop it!
Okay.
You almost brought tears to my eyes.
Ambition, you amaze us. You amaze us every week, guaranteed. You always do. You always do 100%. And this was no different from that. But the thing that was so beautiful about this was you came with the strong preface, like this is for my foster kid people, and then the content of your poem was so strong, but you still kept it melodic. So there was still a rhythm as you were continuing.
Right. You felt the pentameter, studying that pattern. Right.
And it reminds you like of a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really that much more effective. Thank you so much for always being here with us. You know we love you.
Thank you so much.
I almost cried.
The stories of foster children. You know, I always tell y'all as artists that we have to push our mission statements in our work. It's the only way it can get out, guys. Remember to stay to your purpose, and that's going to make you so much powerful when you do your work. And thank you for listening. Appreciate that.
Go ahead, dropping gems. I hear you.
Yeah. That was absolutely beautiful. And you know what? I know I always say this, but like this is what Virtual Voices is all about. Like the content that we've had tonight has varied across the spectrum, and it's always magical. We're very fortunate because we have always had very talented people. But I think that even those who might consider themselves otherwise we still love and appreciate them for their expression. So we love and appreciate all expression, but then when it's given to you in a structured, talented, rhythmic manner, like we really appreciate that. Thank you, Ambition. You know we love you. One of our frequent flyers. Make sure you follow him everywhere at Ambition the Poet. All right. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving, right?
Yes, let's keep it moving and grooving. Thank you so much for that, Ambition. You so fire.
Yes, and make sure you follow the Rose Garden events everywhere. You can tune in on some more ambition in your life. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got the Talented X on deck, but coming to the Miggity mic right now. He is one of my favorite performers. He's a vet to the game, and he always comes through more than correct. You know, I had to come through with the extensive intro. Let's give it up for our guy, Shamela.
Yes, the champ is here.
I missed you guys. I've been absent a couple of weeks.
I miss you too.
And I'm very, very happy to be back. And I'm so happy. And Ambition, that was awesome. I hope I get to see Shariffa again. I came a little late, so I missed.
We still supposed to connect, bro.
Absolutely. I'm here and I'm waiting on you, sir. I'm down. Let's do it. And, you know, your piece was it really inspired me. So what I want to do tonight, I want to give you all the key to life. The key to life. And so you say, well, what is the key to life? Well, it starts off very simple. The key to life is to keep it in drive and to know you're just rolling down a street called Life Boulevard. See, my boulevard's rough, and some of the tough streets where we misbehaved are still unpaved. I've cruised through some of the illest avenues, but still I'm left saved, depraved, and yet unscathed. Now, I've seen one way with no turning back. We use two ways to communicate forth and back. Hey, what's up, man? You good? Costly ways, freeways, sober ways, and highways. I've even seen some paved with gin and tonic. We drive on parkways, and then we park in driveways. Now, isn't that ironic? But the road that you choose is strictly up to you. It could be 4 rubber wheels or 2 rubber heel shoes. So whether you choose to use Goodyear 22s or shoes from Foot Locker, just make sure you got a good foot doctor. And do me a favor, stay away from that overproof vodka, because life's not like a box of chocolates. Life's more like a box of athletic running shoes. Because no matter where you're running to, you'll get further, faster, and farther, depending on how much soul you got. So go with God. Thank you, Father. Plus, there's speed bumps. Oh, and potholes. Because some of us need to listen. Listen and keep our mouths closed. Be eager to listen. Listen to the tune of the engine, brethren. Listen to the vroom and the revving. Then make sure you check your mirrors. Is the lane clear? Is that the fast lane or the slow lane? Or are you in the toll lane with no change? It's so strange. Are you intensive, expensive, offensive, defensive? What's your incentive? Is your ability impaired? Because impaired to actually get you impounded. Do you have on your headlights, or do those red lights have you dumbfounded? Woo, woo, woo. Is that an auto, a semi-auto, a bucket, or a bulldozer? Do you cry when your DW's eye and you've just been pulled over? Or do you do like I used to do back in the day and say, overseer, officer, over here, could I talk to you? Would it be all right if I just pull to the side? I already know I can't walk a straight line. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, maybe I should just punch it and drive, or bolt out the side door and go running high. But if I got caught, if I got caught, is this what I want to put my life on the line for? Is this what I'm ready to do a little time for? A half bottle of red wine and a broken taillight can't be the reason I run for my life. Or maybe I should just offer this officer guy a sizable bribe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to my surprise, he said, hey, man, pull to the side. I hope he didn't hear what I was thinking inside my head. But instead, he told me to sleep it off and have someone to come pick me up because his shift was up and the paperwork was too much. No complaints. I complied. He pulls off. I lean back and I wait. And I sober up till I'm safe. Now that's grace. What's grace? Grace is that undeserved favor, kind of like the same favor that your Savior gave you. But I don't want to collide and die. I still ain't got no kids or no wife. So please drive safely down these streets called life. Because whether it's a dead end or a live beginning, I follow the path that's been chosen, and I hope to keep winning and hope that my wheels continue to keep spinning. Continue to pray for me. And if y'all make it to your destination first, please wait for me. Because there's no reason to run away or hide away. If you want to see a brighter day, take a little time to pray. And I suggest that you give God the right of way along the street of life. And also, you can follow me, MC Shamello D, if you need a little advice. That'll be real nice on the street of life. Thank you.
Woo!
Oh my God, Jamala.
I love that
acting
piece.
is ridiculous. Like,
I just
The
love
props
how
are
you.
great.
the props is crazy.
Yeah, the props. People were commenting on the props. People were commenting on the content. But also, like, you always just get into it conversationally. So I'm always like, wait, am I supposed to respond right now? But we love to see it. We love to see it. Thank you so much for blessing us
I'm
as
so
always,
glad that I
Shamala.
made it through. It's so good to see you all. Definitely.
Yes, thanks so much. I'm so glad you came through. I was talking to Shamelo earlier today, and like, y'all don't even know how amazing he is. He's so dope. But yes. Please make sure you follow him, connect with him. He's an amazing person, full of knowledge and wisdom and experience and all that good shit. So he's a great person to connect with.
I'll throw this up. Make sure you guys support From Ghetto to Greater. That's my new book, and I'll throw up a link for everybody in the comments.
Yes, put it in the comments, put it in Facebook also, so any viewers can, if they're interested, they can definitely get a copy. And don't forget YouTube, according to my son Phoenix.
Oh, yes, make sure you follow.
Listen, he's about to start hosting with Leah V.
Yeah,
We
we got a new co-host in the building. All right. We love us some Shamela. Thank you for blessing the mic, Shamela. We've got an artist by the name of X coming to the mic after that. Jay, Rose, and I will spit a little something, but without further ado, let's put our virtual and real hands together for X the Poet.
Yay! Welcome back. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Yeah, I haven't been here in a while, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be able to, be on this platform and everything. So, for those of y'all who don't know, I go by X. You can follow me at XD_creator. That's XD_creator. And I'm gonna just get right into it. I got 2 short pieces for y'all. And this first one is called Turtle. I wish I knew the world outside of this container. Alas, it's very comfortable here. Encased in boundaries of my own making, I must never let anyone else in. In order to survive closed off, an existence without vulnerability tantamount to simply letting oneself exist. Riskless, firm, and oftentimes stagnant, yet conveying peculiar perseverance. Shielding oneself from demons for a lifetime is far simpler than facing them. Block out purpose in the process, however, its purposefulness I seek. Everyone's desire in the face of the absurd. Intrinsic meaninglessness generates fatal responses. Therefore, hold on to that delusion of control. One will still look for greatness in complete darkness, within a shell. Convinced every step forward is evidence of foresight and deliberation when, truthfully, it is merely misguidance. At once, acted on by external entities using enigmatic forces to gradually demolish walls of obsidian and volcanic rock. Now you understand. Although you've created ashen clouds of false security, you were never Vesuvius. Nevertheless, Pompeii lies withered beneath your feet. Damage unseen whilst within barriers erected to protect livelihoods, delaying the inevitable hurt. Learn from this. Use newfound clarity to salvage ruin, then build upon new foundations. Cathedrals emerge. Gothic spikes, grim beauty and natural circumstance, mosaics, vibrant patterns, and spirituality within. I am a sight to behold. And so are they. That's that first piece.
Yes. Go ahead.
Wonderful.
Poets.
love that. I love the execution. Let's go, poet. What else you got for us?
Seriously, yo.
This
Fire.
next piece is called Sense Conmigo. Her touch
Uh-oh.
soothes worry and sorrow, leaving me wanting, filled with yearning in her absence, comforted only by memories of small, gentle hands, confidently clutching my own. Hands that caress and hold, her fingers grasping the psychic collar around my throat. No wonder I lose control in amorousness. So take over. Reign over me as a queen should. Don't hold back. I assure you I am not easily domesticated. Although I do enjoy your presence, your strength and your openness. Surely I can envision myself willingly serving you. In many ways, whatever fantasy or spontaneous whim. And yet, I wonder how your flesh tastes. What it would be like to take you indiscriminately, to devour you while you watch, to bite, throw, thrash, every urge of mine directed toward you. I promise to lick your wounds after, as well as kiss all of the pain away, leaving only pleasure and enjoyment for you to experience as I unravel. I see you, and you become the only thing I see. I touch you, and shared energy envelops us in safety and love. I kiss you, and the world dissolves around us. I feel you, and we become one underneath bed sheets and darkness, poetically entwined, mixing, grow stronger, to we're a force to be reckoned with, the embodiment of passion and intimacy, committed to facing future plights together. I don't know exactly where this path leads, but I like it so far. My only question: how far are you willing to travel with me? That's that piece.
Yes, X.
Thank you, X. Thank you so much for blessing us with that. That was amazing.
No problem.
Hold on. Phoenix has his reviews. He has a review.
Okay, Phoenix has his.
That song is 100 fire.
He said that was 100 fire.
All right, X, you heard it. You heard it from the man himself. He said it was 100 fire. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, X. We appreciate you. Picking our platform.
Yes, and just in case y'all don't even know, make sure y'all follow X the Creator, right, on IG, because he's a dope poet, but don't sleep on him because homie be coming through to the erotic virtual open mics. Like I'm like, listen, I'm old enough to be your mama. Like, you better chill.
Wow.
Well, that was dope as hell. Thank you, X, for blessing us. It's been an amazing night thus far, y'all. I'm thinking that Jay and I are gonna spit a little something, and then we'll get into round 2. Does that sound good with everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Jay, should I kick it off?
Yeah, if you want. I'm gonna do one of my little old raps. So do your thing, ma.
All right. So I'm gonna do a poem that a lot of y'all have heard before. And I'm doing it because I'm still trying to perfect it. I'm doing it because it's incredibly relevant. I'm doing it because for those who don't know, I lost my father to COVID. He got sick at the end of March, and he passed less than a month later. And the reason I wrote this poem is because I wanted people to understand the severity of this situation. I wanted people to understand that this isn't a joke. My father was in the vulnerable age. However, he was extremely healthy, and he prided himself on his health because he wanted a long, long life. So because of that, the sickness and his passing is that much more unfair to me, if you will. So I wrote this poem a little bit after George Floyd died, and it just kind of ties everything together that I had been experiencing. So I'm gonna get right into it. This piece is called O2. Let's talk about components. Let's talk about elements of this earth we encompass. Let's talk about universal understanding and universal activity and universal loss. Let's talk about breath. Let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the breath it takes for me to fuck up this writing block caused by refusal to accept the reality that is poppies who pass away through at the hands of others, at the hands of suffocation of all sorts. Let's talk about air. Let's talk about a refusal to exhale these words because ink provides an eternity that I am unprepared to accept. I mean, let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the breath I need to get through, to push through the truth of living amid the epicenter of a failed state. Let's spitball these words to the general public. Let's talk about the space needed between these words in order to receive the oxygen necessary to explain ourselves. So let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the short breath. Let's talk about the short breaths my father took while we naively thought he'd be able to survive the swallow that is COVID at the crib. Let's talk about how desperate we were to believe his breath would get through, would push through. I mean, this was Superman, super healthy, super active. Let's talk about air. Let's talk about acute respiratory distress and how it took my father's breath. Let's talk about the vent. Let's talk about the tubes placed down his throat. No. Let's talk about the breath he took 4 weeks prior to him being hooked onto an electronic source of the element that surrounds us. Let's talk about how just 4 weeks prior, he inhaled, laughed, and called me his little girl. Let's talk about how in between breaths before he entered the ambulance, never to be heard from me again, he said, "I love you." And I took that breath and I held it in from too far away. Let's talk about how I could not be near his breath before he left. I could not hear his breath before he left. I wouldn't wish this distant death upon my arch nemesis. So let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the breath, the odor that I'm sure exits the mouth of 45 as he spits his breath. Let's talk about his lack of breath and his lack of sense and the statistics that say had he taken that breath 7 days prior to New York lockdown and announced lockdown when everybody else told him to fucking lockdown, when other countries proved we needed PPE and to fucking lockdown. Let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the thousands of bodies that statistics say would still breathe today had he taken that breath and for once in his life chose to use it for the good of humanity. Let's talk about breath. Not about politics, but shit, it's one and the same in this day and age. I mean, my father was my father. He changed my world, so he changed the world. George Floyd was the father. He was Gianna's father, and he changed her world, so he changed the world, and his breath was taken too. So let's talk about breath. No. Let's talk about suffocation. The ICU doctor told us that COVID attacked my father's organs and lungs, causing him suffocation. Let's talk about suffocation. Let's talk about the 20 days that my father was in the hospital and how my mother couldn't understand him because his body could not function without air being pumped into his throat. Let's talk about the doctors who worked tirelessly to get the oxygen into his throat as pasty-ass Confederate people protested pandemic breath without masks. Let's talk about the nurses who took breath through their masks and tears. Let's talk about how I have to believe, I have to believe, I have to believe they did everything they could to keep him from suffocating alone, to keep his big brown body from eventually choking on its own entity. Let's talk about saving breath. Let's talk about suffocation. Let's talk about a knee on the neck causing suffocation. Let's talk about chemicals in canisters causing suffocation. Let's talk about the breath that my man, my beautiful black man takes when he gets pulled over by any officer. Let's talk about using that last breath to call out for your mama. Like I called out for, like George Floyd called out for his mama, like I called out for my mama when my father left the universe. Let's talk about the doctors who did everything they could to save my father from suffocating and the officers who kept George Floyd suffocating. Let's talk about universal loss. Let's talk about breath. Let's talk about the breath it takes to cry out for your father while the world continues to lose individuals by the thousands. Let's talk about mourning without thousands or any human hugs. Let's talk about grief without touch. Let's talk about configuring virtual funerals in the age of Corona. Let's talk about watching your mother make call after call to handle the logistics of death and its ties to the government when she should only have to make space for her own breath. And let's talk about Big Floyd's family having to handle those calls times a million because our system creates the necessity that is broadcasting brutal homicidal deaths. So let's talk about breath. Let's talk about universal loss. My father was many things, including an advocate, an activist, and he lived a life of service. He wanted more from this world. He demanded more for this world, and his breath was taken before his time. The what ifs could eat up all of my oxygen, but I'm breathing through to the stage of acceptance, and my inhales are reserved for that energy alone. I need to find my peace. But how can oxygen allow peace when fathers continue to be taken? How can oxygen allow peace when batons are beaten against bodies demanding more from this world? How can oxygen allow peace when an autocrat is on the rise in the middle of last resort rebellion? How can oxygen allow peace when I didn't get to say goodbye? How can oxygen allow peace when Gianna didn't get to say goodbye? How can oxygen allow peace while 45's army of blues and suits alongside incompetence may have caused the death of my father, the death of Gianna's father, the death of countless fathers and brothers and mothers and sisters, and goddamn, in through the nose, out through the mouth, breathing American people. So let's not talk about breath. Let's just listen to the movements instead. Rest in peace to my father, my hero, Waldemar Gonzalez. Rest in peace to George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and all those who have unforgivingly lost their lives to police brutality. And as always, Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Sorry.
Fire, 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 fire.
Yeah.
Phoenix loved it.
That was a piece right there, man. It's a piece that's close to the heart.
Phoenix loved it. I love
that piece too. It's just amazing.
Thank you.
When you talk about that, it's so close to your heart. The passion that you give off is just amazing.
You know, I'm really,
and I hope you keep writing from that heart. That heart it's real and it's good. I actually was stalking your Instagram page and I saw you perform on stage. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. And it's actually I love that you brought that up because I've been working on a video of this piece and it's almost impossible because it's so emotional to get one take in full. I know you guys know about that. So I've been working on like editing and like putting together different verses from different performances. Anybody has any advice or suggestions about the video for that piece, then feel free to hit me up and let me know. And thank you guys so much for listening to me. I appreciate it.
You got everybody in their feelings in the comments. I love it. Everybody loves it.
My brother is watching. I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother, my best friend in the entire world. Being in the womb together wouldn't have made us closer. Shout out to my brother Andres Gonzalez, who is tuning in, and he's been giving you guys all of your comments tonight. So
Love
thank
it.
you.
I feel like your family, my family too, because we like I've been like
They
show so much love.
Well, my family is J Rose's family. Once we both stop being so busy, we'll get her in the building physically. Speaking of J Rose, though, speaking of J Rose, hey girl, I think I would love for you to spit something for us.
All right, bet. I'm gonna do this quick little rap, you know, because I'm a poet, but sometimes I get a little rapidy rap on y'all. And y'all heard it before, but you know, some of y'all that are new watching haven't heard it, so it's new to you. I don't even know if I have a title for this, to be honest. This is just me, like, this is what happens
Untitled shit.
Untitled shit. This is what happens when you listen to instrumentals all the time. I don't know. Anyway, let me see. They want to hear my story, but I don't know where to start. Do I say what's on my mind or do I speak what's in my heart? All I know is boca stories that could tear my soul apart. They dancing with my demons, I could see them in the dark. But I'm about to flip the shit and write a new story. Starring the queen in me with all her fucking glory. Rolling with the punches, no hit could ever floor me. Weathering through life, no matter sunny, stormy. Golden gloves with the shit you could just imagine. Essential like the oil, so my mama named me Jasmine. But you could call me J-Rose cause I'm growing in this garden. Petals for my thoughts, watch me blossom into magic. Crumbled into pieces, I could write a book about it. My vibe got your girl looking at me like she bout it. But I ain't here for that shit, man, I could do without it. I be on my doing shit and you just talk about it. Yeah, I needed time off, I took a little break. Yeah, I fucked up, but I learned from my mistakes. Higher new standards and I gave them a raise. That self-love really pays. Word, now I stand on top like I'm standing on a plane. Queen of the secret, out here manifesting rain. Ruling my path like the neurons in the brain. Nothing standing in the way of dreams I must attain. Life got tough, yo, I try to walk away, but my purpose came clear like a bright and sunny day. Now I'm doing shit that they once said was insane. The universe spoke and I finally caught its aim. And that was Phoenix on the beat. Phoenix on the beat in the background.
He sounded fire. Yo. Oh my god, he sounded amazing.
And he knows my piece, so he did a little pause on the beat, like right when
Hey, that was our girl, our amazing, multi-talented hostess with the mostest. Y'all give it up for J Rose. Woo!
Yes. Thank you.
Our girl hooking it up, J Rose. Blowing up. J Rose, you let me know what's going on from here on out.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. So whoever's left in the room, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube and you performed and you want to come back for the second round, it's gonna be a lightning round. So we say 5 minutes, but if you got a piece that's a little bit shorter than that, we won't be mad. Do one piece
piece per person.
And let's rock out so we can wrap up at 11 o'clock. According to the list I have up here, let's see who's in the room.
I think Poet.
Oh, Poet, yes, Poet the Poet. You got your Wi-Fi all good and shit, girl. You good?
You know what? I think it's good. Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, you too. You sound real good.
Everybody put your hands together for Poet the Poet.
Thank you so much. So you guys, guess what? I think since you guys can hear me better, I'm gonna try to sing something for you.
Wait, you still gotta project your mouth, your voice a little bit because you're a little low.
Okay, what about now?
Yes, better.
Yes.
Okay, so you won't be able to see me, but that's fine because I'm a little nervous anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna sing you guys a song real quick.
Yes, you sound great, girl.
It is I think it's called Next to You by Sam Smith. Okay. So let me see.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you. It's hard. The days just seem so dark, and the moon and the stars, they tell their own story. Your touch, your skin, where do I begin? No words can explain the way I'm missing you tonight. This emptiness, this hole that I'm inside. These tears, they tell their own story. You told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feeling's overwhelming. It's much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to you? And to make sure you're alright, I'll take care of you. Now, don't wanna be here if I can't be with you tonight. Lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Oh, lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Can I lay by your side next to you? And to make sure you're alright, I'll take care of you. I don't wanna be here if I can't be with you tonight. All right, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Woo!
Thank
That was
you.
amazing. Poet the poet is singer the poet.
Thank
It's
you.
poet the singer.
I don't sing for everybody, but like Jay, I love you. Like I really love you. So.
Phoenix said, "Get out of here!" Like,
poet girl, it means so much to me that you say that you don't usually sing for other people, but that you feel comfortable enough to do that here. You really blessed us. It was and like, I promise you, I'm not just saying that. It's absolutely beautiful, and I feel just so honored that you believe that this is a space where you can do that. So, thank you, and your voice is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Listen, girl, next time you better do a poem and a song. We're not even playing games no more, okay?
I got you. I just wanted to say, Jay, thank you again. I absolutely love you. Okay, I absolutely love you. Ambition. First of all, teach me something. Okay, I need to learn something. This man got props. I need you. Okay, because I'm doing shows. Look, where are you located? Where is he located?
Who, Shamello or Ambition?
Ambition.
Ambition is in Jersey.
No, wait. Are we talking about Shamello? Is Shamello the one that did the props?
No, Shamello.
Yeah.
Shamello.
I'm in right on the borderline of New York and New Jersey. I'm right over the Lincoln Tunnel. So I'm in a place called West New York. It's so New York that it's New Jersey.
Okay, I'm on the way but I'm gonna need virtual lessons or something. But thank y'all so much.
I just befriended you on IG. Let's chat. You sounded great.
Yes, connect. You don't
yes.
even know, poet. You don't even know who you talking to right now. So get to know him. Get to know Shamello. Trust me, you want to know him. All right, let's keep it going. Who else we got back here? We got Shandy. We got Shandy Poet back here.
Let's see.
Shandy, what you got for us? You got another piece? You're gonna make me cry again?
Yeah, Shandy, you can bless us with something.
I got another piece.
Yes.
Okay. This one is called Painfully Beautiful. Our love is deep, deep like the oceans of blue water deep, raw and unfiltered. Our reality, no censors, no show. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. Your love, it hurts. Your tongue of wrath gives me an internal whiplash that I just don't bounce back from easily. It makes me want to bend in places and blend into places like into the paint on the wall, just so I can have a little peace. Our love is painfully beautiful, and how beautifully painful it is. It is sublime at times. Our love is hard, but you find your way to love me tenderly. And I know you would give the air you breathe just to save me. And I know you would shake the heavens and the earth just to cover me. You see, this oxymoron tears the soul out of me because your love is so conditional. And I know that you love me, but the things don't go your way, you become my enemy. And I guess I have been conditioned to accept your sweet praises and gifts, your sorries, and promises. You want to regurgitate upon my heart, so I won't walk away. You stifle me with your love, threatened by anyone who comes too close. Your insecurities fill your head with things I could never even imagine, but somehow to you it's real. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. Our love is painfully beautiful, and how beautiful, painful it is. It's divine, but it needs intervention because I never knew love could hurt this way. I never knew I could love this vulnerably and feel your heartbeat in sync with mine all at the same damn time. I never knew I could feel so complete when I look into your eyes. I never envisioned anyone that could take your place. I never thought I could feel so compromised, and yet I couldn't love you back the way you loved me. The barriers I would have to put up just to protect my heart from the sure bi-prophylactic engagements I would be dragged into with your other selves were like the mountains of Gibraltar. And I wanted to pour my love into you, on top of you, all over you, like melted chocolate running down your lips. The love I had inside was held hostage to show my true self because you just wanted me to stay the same. And I am not your puppet. And I can choose to live, be happy when you're not, enjoy my life on my terms. You don't pull these strings, and I am not your plain Jane. You are not my father. I am not your child. I am
on fire. I am your woman. You are the beat of my heart. Our love is painfully beautiful. And how beautifully painful it is. And it's time to realize that love, true love, should not hurt this way. Because love conquers all. It's time to stop this pain. Thank you.
Woo! That was absolutely amazing as usual. And I love that last line. It's so powerful.
You hear Leah in the back. I was muted, so you couldn't hear
I
me.
usually mute myself, but that was an accident. So you know
No,
it's real.
I like hearing the I love the
Andy,
in the
that was
eyes.
amazing as
that.
always. Thank you so much for blessing us, girl.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
Always. I appreciate you, girl.
We love it.
Keep on the lookout for that Taylor tutu
Yes,
coming to you.
Yes. All right. We've had an absolutely amazing night thus far. We got a couple other artists on deck. We got X to wrap up the night on Diggity Deck, but blessing the mic right now. Let's give it up for the one, the only. I know y'all are tuned and getting ready for it. Shamello!
Hey! Don't try to steal my mentor, yo. Stay back.
I'm gonna go right into it because I have a question for y'all. Do you care about criticism? But more importantly, do I care about criticism? I hate to put it this way, but you motherfucking right. But don't try to spare me your opinions when I mother effing right. Please don't try to spare my feelings. It's your mother effing right to say what's on your mind, whatever you mother effing like. See, I'm trying to get focused and centered, not choked up and splintered. And I don't want my sentences censored, condensed, bent, slanted, or blended. Now listen, I'm not hostile, but I want to write songs that right wrongs like the last poets of gospel. Actually, I used to direct the gospel choir when I was 16 years old, but I was a sinner and a liar looking innocent in a robe. I know it's kind of hypocritical, but I'm here to call a spade a spade. I was a wolf in sheep's clothes, and that was like back in the 12th grade. See, we would search from church to church, and I would front like I was fast learning, but I was only first searching for fast church girls, and I wasn't really listening to the sermon. But then it clicked to me. The Lord was sent for me. His spirit was meant for me, and then I reclaimed my victory. Now, that was over 20 years ago, and I'll never forget. And I admit that it's been the best thing that's happened to me yet. Now, I've done my share of backsliding, but ain't no hiding from the Lord. I pray every day for strength, but there's still weaknesses that I'm fighting off. Now, this is my autobiography. My bio's been kind of graphic, pornographic, comedic, tragic, encyclopedic, magic. But that's the way I needed to live it to understand the things that I needed to master. I hope that my songs right wrongs until there's nothing left to right. And the spiritual warfare is on till there's nothing left to fight. I love the women, but I kind of hate the bitching. But no disrespect. I guess that's just my life. So do I care about criticism? I already told y'all before. You mother effing right. I want to be in a place where I can say what I want in any type of space. I want to be able to freestyle whether I come in or out of the place. And sometimes when I rap and sing and do what I do, I might come right off the top of the head, like what I'm giving right now to you. I don't do this often, but my delivery will never soften. I will do this since the day I was born to the day that I end up in a coffin. But do I care about criticism? Whether we go from left to right, don't really matter to me. I'm going to say whatever I like. And I do care about your criticism. So I am mindful, and you are mother effing right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the storytelling. The storytelling is great, son.
Right? Like
Great,
the whole
man.
conversational style. Oh my gosh.
That's really what it is. It's such storytelling and conversation, and he's just really such a performer. As
Thank you.
always, Shamelo, you know how blessed we
Appreciate
feel
it.
to have
Thank
you
you.
on the
Thank
mic. Thank you.
Shamelo. Appreciate you. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap up the open mic with our last open mic performer. X, who would he was kind of he would come through a little earlier when we first started doing it. And then he got famous and shit. Nah, let me stop. Nah, we all you listen, we all got really busy, but I'm really, really happy and excited to see you here. It's been a while since I've seen you, and you're an amazing poet.
You know, it's kind of funny because I don't I vaguely recognize you.
You were out. We were out. This is when we took a break.
Exactly. It was so after a few weeks after we started, I was out for a few weeks when my father.
Yeah, because you came when Gaia was co-hosting with me, right? Yeah, she was helping out while Leo took some time.
So, X, you're new to me. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm happy to hear you've been here before, and I can't wait to hear what you got next for us.
Yes, bring it.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna do this in this piece. It's called Spitfire.
Oh, it's already fire.
It goes like this. The fires of youth rage within, penning sin with black ink coating my paper dark. But this is just the start. Only a mere glimpse, a small part of the art. Because when I write, I wear my heart on my sleeves, bearing my soul on my sheets, trying to, with all my might to fight the impending doom absurdity leaves. Is there any purpose? Is there any reason to feel the need to bleed on loose leaf, then showcase the pain from bloodletting, a twisted form of exhibitionism, turning past visions into works of art? Abstractionism, as Stanley Whitney turns speech. What sense does it make? When faced with vulnerability, acting as if it justifies mediocrity and ill treatment, and using lines and bars as mediums to express frustration when feeling, but really, that's not what's needed. Really, you'd rather turn words to reality. Manifesting happiness, starting with the thought. Pondering things on the table you brought. What do you plan on keeping? What do you plan on casting away? Don't hoard. Don't hide. Don't run away. Instead, spitfire like Fafnir. I lay on lyrical gold mines, minds racing, running dark paths like Blackwire. Currents currently distorted. I flow stagnant, block cheap paths. Gas me up. That crown's too heavy, pass it up. I'll carry it up. Marry the hierarchy, play hide the pickle, produce an air and pass it on. My pass is done. Moving on to be a king of wordplay. Addiction dawn, sipping on other poets' pieces, my sustenance. I eat syllables for lunch. Almo sádico and tontos who freaked out when I wrote this, because my pen is golden, so try as you might to match this energy, it's hopeless. Support from loved ones got me feeling emboldened, and truthfully, I don't mean to be cold, although my bars are frozen, but ain't you supposed to put Haagen-Dazs in the freezer? Every word played by me is Sonic ice cream, trust me, your soul needs it. Just like I needed to write this piece. Because I needed to be reminded of the gifts. This isn't rap, it's poetry. Where I let freed consciousness project my spiritual truth. Letting myself flow. Like the Nile, Tigris, and Euphrates. Where my ancestors drew strength. And built civilization. X.
Woo! Yes, that was amazing. You killed me with that free consciousness, project my spiritual truth shit. That was that. I was like, let me make a mental note of that, you know.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Thank
so fire. You got everybody in the comments like going crazy.
Yes, Bippo, we got some flow, we got some amen. Ew. All right, X, thank you so much for blessing us this evening. We appreciate, and you know, personally for me, it's my pleasure to meet you. It's a first for me, so thank you. And thank you all for being here tonight. You know, it's been another majestic evening at Virtual Voices. I gotta give all praise, all love to my co-hostess with the mostest, J Rose. She and her son, the real performer. But I gotta show love to my co-host J Rose, who really holds me down through everything and all of things. So thank you, J Rose. Thank you, everybody who chooses to spend this Friday night with us. We appreciate you. Jay, what do you got for the peoples?
I would be lost without you, girl. So stop. I appreciate you so much. I talk about, people ask me all the time how this all started, and I love telling the story. But thank you to everybody.
Partner in creative crime.
Partners in creative crimes. Ain't that a fact? You know, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in and watched and listened from Facebook and YouTube. All the performers that came through tonight, y'all were all fire. Everybody was amazing. The beginners, the more seasoned, everybody's just, I love y'all. Y'all already know why we do this. This is a platform for you guys. I'm just gonna plug a little bit of what I got going on because there's a lot. So this Sunday is the hotline is a virtual erotic open mic. So those of you that are into that or curious about it, you know, just follow me on Instagram, and the link is in the bio. And it's done on Zoom. It's a little bit more private. We don't stream it live because, you know, it's a little bit more intimate. So reach out to me if you want to be a part of that. On Thursdays, I got What You Say Poet. Yes, you better be there. Thursdays, I got What You Say Poet. It's a talk show, a virtual talk show where I interview poets every Thursday. I'm running it through October into November. After November, we're going to take a little bit of break. I got this really awesome thing here. Hold on, we forgot to announce it.
Oh my God, we didn't say it all.
Writers Unblocked journal. It's a journal full of prompts and activities for all kinds of writers. So next week for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna be running like a little bit of like a challenge. So those of you that have the journal already, we're going to pick some prompts here for you guys to write and share and come back to the next Virtual Voices and share.
Yeah, we're going to share it too. We're going to share ours too.
Yes, we're going to write ours too. So if you haven't ordered your journal, definitely get it so you can have it in time so that you can share your part of your challenge entry at the next Virtual Voices. And just so you guys know, as of this month, we will be doing Virtual Voices every first and third Friday. So no more every Fridays. We're going to slow it down a little bit, give you guys a little bit of a break, and us.
and us.
And I've got some
got Corporate Carmen back in the art.
Corporate Carmen, I know. And I have some really, really dope collaborations with organizations over on the West Coast. The Luminous Minds Project. Shout out to Jody Knowles, who I met her virtually through doing this, and now we have the opportunity to be we're facilitating a workshop together for youth. So 16 and over and more than welcome to come. It's $55, but we have scholarships available. So I posted a flyer with the details if you want to get a scholarship to join the workshop. And then she also hooked me up with Awful Good Writers, which is a huge organization on the West Coast. And we're going to be facilitating a workshop, a 4-session workshop with them virtually. And that's going to be based on memory and all the science behind it and how to memorize.
Y'all need to follow J Rose. Y'all need to follow the Rose Garden events on everything and get all
that. I had to plug it. Yeah. I had to plug it. And I got my, like when they do the news and the person in the back is being like Phoenix.
That's Phoenix.
But yeah, so follow me, My Crumble Thoughts, the Rose Garden events, J Rose Experience, wherever you follow me, you hit the link in the bio and it'll lead you to everything J Rose.
Yes, yes. Make
Keep
sure you
going,
follow our girl, J
guys.
Rose. In addition to being my sister from another mister, she is also a mentor of sorts for me personally. Make sure you follow the Rose Garden events everywhere. I learn from her all the time. And as always, we thank y'all for being with us on Friday nights, spending your Friday evening with us. We appreciate it so much. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next one, and it'll be fire.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do with
Off
myself?
the show. Off the show.
Keep
Guys,
flowing and
don't
growing. Keep moving and grooving. We all we got, and we love y'all.
Peace, y'all. Have a good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good night, everyone.
Bye bye.
Oh, that was cute.